Well,
And then
tell us a little bit about, so if you watch the show, right? Let's just say you've been watching one of these shows. You basically have the impression that you sign up for an audition and you go and sing, and all of the auditions are on tape, and you're maybe gonna get on there. So that we know if you just calculate the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that audition, there's no way they can show every audition. So what are they looking for? What helps these programs? What helps their ratings? What helps them make money? What are they looking for? Let's look for two
yeah,
examples. So let's
that
say on the one side there's the pure entertainment factor, and on the
the
other
other
side
thing.
you've got a talent. They're looking for talent. What factors are they trying? How are they trying to combine these?
Yeah, so the most important thing you need to know is that when you sit and you watch this TV show, you go, wow. And you're also going to notice very often that in the publicities and in the teasers before, that there are some faces that you're already going to recognize. So everything is mounted afterwards and put up a way that you are already going to like the coming up singer. So subconsciously you're already aware yourself of who is winning. So this is just super magical TV mounting thing. But if we take it back, if we sit down and we say like, okay, so what does a TV show want? What do these singing TV show want? So very often, I mean, what they want is to make money. That's the plan, right? They want to make money. They want to be seen. Now with the social media, there's a new plan, and the new plan is to make a buzz. So, what makes a buzz? What makes a buzz is when you and I, Mrs. and Mrs. Everybody sitting behind the TV show, when they like someone, they go on Facebook and they share that with their friend who sends it to another friend who sends. I mean, we all know how a buzz works, right? So we want to create it. They want this buzz because the more likes and the more people communicating, if positively and negatively, it's all publicity, right? The more the buzz, the better. So that means, so if now we go back and we look at the TV show and we're like, okay, so if they want to create a buzz, what do they need to create a buzz? So we go the other way around. So to create a buzz, there are many solutions. One would be that I sit and watch the TV show and I get really, really touched by the story of the singer even before the singer sings. I mean, I'm here in Denmark and my granddad is dying, so maybe I should sing a song for him. And it's even the truth. But I mean, this is a story, right? So if you look at all these TV shows, there are always a little story before the singer comes on stage. And that is one of the keys for the singer. Write your story.
Yes.
Before even opening your mouth, write a story. Because if you can touch people, you can provoke, you can make them sad, you can be political option, you can come with anything you want. So they want people with a story, and if you don't have one, they're going to make one. So it's much easier that you make it yourself.
Yeah.
So, and this is in the States and in the UK, it's like really, 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 really important. The story, the story. But the thing is, you can't be an actor. They need to go and dig for something in your life. So what I do with singers is I prepare the stories. We prepare three or four of things they have been through, because luckily as we work together, they share a bit of their life, I share a bit of mine, and maybe we cry together and we figure out this is a good story, but that's too hard to tell. So what story? So see, I'm really sorry if we have singers out there. I think we have. Guys, go for your dreams. Go and do the TV shows. I'm just gonna show you how to be smart. Okay? So to get through, you need to be smart, super singer, and you got to find the place where you let people manipulate you. So we're gonna work on this, and I'm gonna show you some keys how to do this. This is the first key. Make a buzz. How do we make a buzz? We need a good story. So that has to be a song for a friend who died, a song for a family member. It can be a political opinion. It can be racism. I mean, anything that touches us, that's going to touch people out there, sells. Okay, so that's like key one. So the second thing they need, of course, they need a fantastic voice. But most people out there don't know how many fantastic voices there are. Because right now, if I choose just with, I work with about 700 people for the moment. If I look at these people and I go like, how many could win a TV show? I could at least give you 40. I mean, everyone sings so fantastically because people start to dare now. So it's just amazing. Of course, then they don't have the, the attitude. They don't have all the keys, but we're gonna give them all the keys. But the
Yeah.
voices are there. So
Oh,
afterwards,
that's
yeah.
so it's so important to say that. I mean, you've been in the business for decades. I've been in the business for decades. And it's scary how many talented people there are. But this is, I think, a very important point to make. I've been at a lot of auditions for musicals and opera and concerts and recording things, and one memory sticks out in my mind, and maybe I've shared this with some of you before, but I was waiting in the wings backstage to go onto the stage of a huge opera house and sing for, the artistic directors. It's like basically the casting people, like just like these shows. I was waiting and I heard this guy singing. It was an opera audition and he sang. It was the most amazing singing I've ever heard. I mean, live. It was up on the level of Pavarotti and the
Oh,
greats. It was just amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh! I was waiting for this guy to come out so I could see who is this guy. And
right.
I'm gonna do what I saw for you. Okay, this is how the guy came out. I was like, there's no way they can put him on stage, right? So it's one thing to have an amazing talent, but it's another thing to place yourself in a position where you're actually usable, right?
Mm.
And that I just knew for this that guy was off the charts amazing, but there's no way you could cast him on in a stage production, in a show production, because it just wasn't going to work. So
So,
the story, that's also the first thing I talk to people about, is say they need a story. They need a story. So this is really important about how to place yourself so that they can use you. So they
yeah.
can say, okay, we can use that, we can sell that, people are going to relate to that. And the message that I like to say is, this is what is unique about you, right? This is your best, most valuable capital, is your individuality. What has happened to you in your life? What makes you see the world differently? What have you had to overcome? That's you. And nobody
Yeah.
can compete with you, because that's authentic and it's real. But it's so important to go through this process. So I just want to share that and let you keep rolling.
Yeah, but I can actually just use your little example to say the opposite thing. So your example was, I just wrote relate because that's really the word. I got this in an Ellen show, and the word relate is just
Relate.
the
Yes.
word. Sorry about that. So what you say is, as you said, this guy was fantastic, but image, there was too much to work with, right? But we also have the opposite. We can also have this fantastic singer that's even better than Whitney Houston or can compete with Beyonce, and she comes out of stage and she looks perfect. She looks even better. She's probably younger and has better legs, and she can dance and jungle while she sings, and she can play the saxophone with her back hand. Whatever, she has everything. 100% winner. But they don't want that in the TV shows either, because they cannot manipulate her. They cannot dress her up because she knows what she wants. They cannot make her better, because then they have to make her worse first to make her better. Because I mean, this is all the things we're talking about is all the things we got to go through. So in the TV show, what the TV show wants is to make you better. They want to show that you have a, like the little neighbor kid coming in here. Hi, you sing well, come. That's how it has to seem for the people looking. He comes in, he sings, Badam! He has a fantastic story, and he cries, and he's sad, and then, pow! Everyone cries. They film close up to people sitting there crying too. Ha! We got a bus. Yes. So the next time this little boy is on stage, He's gonna be looked. His hair is like, woo! He's not crying anymore. And he's gonna stand there and just be fantastic. And this is where the first thing people are gonna do are gonna say, oh my God, the judges on The Voice, they just changed his life. They make this talent so fantastic. I mean, the only thing he does is he learned to look into a camera, which gave him more confidence, and maybe he worked a lot at home. But I tell you, once they're on the TV show, they get to see the judges like 3 times for 15 minutes. That's all. But let's not go there now. But there's a whole downside. But I must, and the upside is the free publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the singers I've worked with, all these ones got really far this year, but from some of the other years, I mean, they're doing a TV show now. They're actors. Another one is a doubler for voicing. So there are lots of careers out there, and on the net is the place now to be. And so yes, the thing is, if you're too perfect, it's the same problem. So you
Yeah.
need to be a little. I mean, if this guy you're talking about, if he was on a TV show, then he could have won.
Yeah.
Because you're just saying he walked out a little bit weird, and so
Yeah.
what they could have done, they could have dressed him up and make him better, because then he had something they could work with, right? They need you guys to sit at home and go, wow, look, this is fantastic. They're making him better and better. So if the second key is like, so if the first is the story, the second one is be the best of yourself, but tune it down. Tune it down so only your voice is good, or your character, because they want to be able to build up. So if
Right.
you're 100% straight away, it'll
Yeah.
be easier for you to sound fantastic and go in some old clothing so that they can make you look better next time. It
Hmm.
would be easier for you to sound fantastic and not to be very nice. Or, I mean, they need to have somewhere where it's crispy, where they can go in and work. And all of this can be planned. And that's what I work. It sounds like a bit like I'm someone making people fake, but that's not the idea. The idea is to give people the opportunity to stay as long, and not only let the TV shows play with them, but also make sure that the singers play with the TV show, because they call it a game, but it's not fair to have a game where you only have people you move around. So I think it's would be fair that we play both sides, right? So
Yeah, it's just being smart, right? It's just
yeah,
understanding what they, like you said, if the casting show just brings in all the perfect, amazing people and puts them on stage, it's impressive, but it's
yeah,
less impressive, less interesting than somebody that can go on a journey,
yeah,
because that's what we want to watch. That's what gives us hope. That's what gives us hope we can get there as an audience. Say, look, this person had to overcome all these things, and this is the platform for them to make this journey and reach their
yeah.
dreams and change their lives. And that's ultimately what we want to see. So
That's
I
what
think
we
it's
all want to
just,
dream about, right?
yeah,
We all want to dream about someone helping us live our dreams. And
right.
and that's what these talent shows, they do really offer that. We do agree. They do offer that, but to one person. And that one person, I tell you what that person has been through before he gets to winning. It's a big journey.
Well, let's do
And
that. Let's go
yeah.
through that process. So